sitting by us now. You ran him off. You weren't here last time. Yeah, I said I did. No, I wasn't here last time.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's varsity basketball matchup here in the Inferno. Tonight, the Blue Devils are shorthanded without the senior guard, Sam Quigley. He is at home with an illness. In his place will be Landon Spidell joining the starting lineup. So expect to see a starting lineup of Carpenter, Swan, Spidell, Tracy, and Jackson Money. They'll be a bit shorthanded tonight, so expect to see big minutes out of Gavin Hare and Peyton Aller, who played 2 quarters of JV. So he's got 3 quarters of eligibility for varsity. So it'll be interesting to see how many minutes he actually does get and how much of a contribution he's able to make in those minutes. The Tigers come in at 6-4, ranked number 59 in the class of 3A, number 195 in the state of Indiana. Tipton remains at number 38 in Indiana and number 4 in 2A. They have a 13-0 record, have yet to lose in the season. They've had a couple of close calls, including their last game where they had to come back from a 17-point deficit, led by the dual effort of Swan and Carpenter, rather, each with 22 points in that contest. And it looks like starting for the Northwestern Tigers, you'll have number 5, Kellen Greer, number 13, Hayden Cook, number 23, Preston Sims, number 24, Quentin Yackel, and number 34, Blake Wise. A taller lineup to combat Tipton. And Northwestern's been a very streaky team. They've had their ups and downs in this 23-24 season, losing to some teams that you wouldn't expect them to lose to and winning against teams that are a little bit better than Northwestern. So we'll see what kind of Northwestern we get to see tonight as the first basket put in by Kellen Greer. Tipton, usually a team that starts off very strong, led by the effort of Swan and Carpenter. They try to link up there, that one short, and the rebound pulled down by Blake Wise. Yackel throws that one out of bounds, lost the handle on it. His intended target was Sims. Couldn't quite get it to him. And we'll go the other way with the Blue Devils trying to get on the scoreboard. Jackson Money has Nolan Swan for an elbow jumper, is no good. The rebound pulled down by Spidell, and it's fought for, and the jump ball is called. This one will favor Tipton as they did lose the tip-off just a minute ago. Up high, Carpenter is good for 2. Down court, that one tipped out of bounds off of Jackson Money, so it'll stay with the Tigers. As they get the ball into Cook. Swung up top and now down low. And that is Hayden Cook adding in 2. Carpenter brings it up for the Blue Devils. Swung around. Carpenter on the left side, gets in the middle of the paint, and his 2-pointer is good. The extended pressure for Tipton. They try to get it in, but it's only as far as Ryan Tracy, who has a free layup on the other end. An easy steal and an easy layup for Ryan Tracy as he read that passing lane perfectly. He's going to deflect it out of bounds. It will stay with the Tigers. But some good defense shown already by Ryan Tracy, coming up with a couple of plays just there. As Swan tries to get in on the action for the steal, didn't quite have enough room to make it happen. so he'll have to guard Kellen Greer in the half court. Greer setting up the offense for the Tigers. They're trying to look down low. Tracy's doing a good job to front the post, and a travel by Preston Sims. Tipton with a couple of stops in a row now. They've got some early momentum back under them as they could extend the lead here. Carpenter out on the left side. Tracy looking for money out top. Carpenter on the right side. He's got some space there. Kicks it over. That one's deflected, but it'll go and be collected by Money. Money trying to get inside. A handoff to Carpenter as he will look to reset the offense for the Blue Devils. Try to take it by himself. He gets inside. His layup is no good. Gets his own rebound and puts in the two. Carpenter's been in a scoring first mindset here in the last two games. The first half of Bethesda Christian, he was a little passive, but after that second half, he is looking to attack as Swan misses the three, but Landon Spidell pulls down his second offensive rebound. A swing pass to Tracy in the corner, and he connects with a three. Tipton leads by 7. And a scoring burst for Tipton. Sims, a taller guard, looks to kick it out to the right side. Greer gets inside, falls over, was looking for the outlet pass, but he had no options to his right. Carpenter bringing it up for the Blue Devils as they look to set up the half-court offense. Money up top, a fake to the left. He gets into the right. Carpenter a jab step and a three. That one tipped out by Landon Spidell, and Swan's able to track it down. Swan for a three, no good, and Landon Spidell with his third offensive rebound. Almost getting the assist as well. A fourth offensive rebound for Landon Spidell as they try to get tangled up, but Landon Spidell comes out on top again. Spidell with his second start of the season, and he's made a huge impact on the rebounding end. Missing the junior Sam Quigley. I said he was a senior earlier in the broadcast, but he's got 1 year left after this. 4:17 left on the clock. I'll go ahead and change that here as Carpenter has a couple of free throws. He makes the first, an 8-point lead for Tipton. Gingrich and Brock Schenk in now for the Tigers as Coach Jim Gish tries to get a lineup that'll cut this Tipton run. Up top, that's where Tipton wants him to be. Way out, extended beyond the three-point line. The zone's broken down now. Tipton falls back into a man-to-man. Sims for a three, and he gets it to go. He cuts the Tipton run. Sims, the leading scorer for the Northwestern Tigers. As of the last 5 games is what I could get my hands on. He averages 16 points per game in the last 5. As a timeout called by Coach Jim Gish. 1 to try and evade the 10-second violation, and 2 just to get his Tigers back on track. Tipton leads 15-7 with 3:32 left. I'll go ahead and change that as well. Only 1 foul so far. One foul for Northwestern, 0 for Tipton. The only foul on Preston Sims. Tipton narrowly escaping with a win in the junior varsity game. They didn't have Peyton Aller for the entire second half. They were saving him to play some impactful varsity minutes that we'll be sure to see him later in tonight's contest. As an alley-oop to Sims. And a play that catches Tipton off guard. Sims got up to catch that one. Perhaps looking for the dunk, but he had to settle for the layup instead. Carpenter tried to get to his left hand. That's well defended. Tipton will have to try to get another look. Carpenter way out beyond the arc. He's going to try anyway, and he's going to hit. Tipton doubling Northwestern. Now the zone extended well beyond half court, so that'll put Northwestern in a temporary numbers advantage, but Tipton did well to recover. Tracy up top defending Yakel. Preston Sims with Carpenter on him. Into the corner now, several players out, and a push off on Hayden Cook. The foul sold by Jackson Money. Cook with nowhere else to go, and Money knew that. And now Tracy will inbound to Carpenter. 4 across the elbows and the wings for Tipton as they look for Swan immediately. The back door not there, but a ball screen will free up some space for Swan as he gets inside on Sims with the right hand, and he gets it to go. The senior Gingrich picks up the foul there on the other end. Tipton with another forced offensive foul. And they're going to be in a similar set. This time in reverse. Jackson Money comes across the top to collect. Looking for Swan, but he is well defended. Covered heavily, but he frees up enough space there. And he doesn't need much for a three. Tipton fired up with a commanding 14-point lead. Just under 2 minutes now left to go. Sims on the far side, surrounded by Tipton defenders. A combination of Money and Tracy forces the turnover, unless it was tipped, which it isn't. And the Tipton pressure is just too much for Northwestern right now. A taller lineup available for the Blue Devils without their junior guard, Sam Quigley. Again, he is out with an illness tonight. So Tipton one shorthanded. But they've got Landon Spidell in the starting lineup, and he's done a great job rebounding as the Tipton offense comes away with another two. Northwestern crosses half court. Here comes the trap. Carpenter and Tracy forcing it out of the hands of Greer. And they fall back into their man-to-man. Swan looking for the steal. A lot of pressure, but somehow he's able to manage. Brock Schenk with a great play, but it's turned over seconds later. Tipton doing a great job of putting on the pressure on the defensive end. Northwestern flustered by the Tipton aggression. A box set for Tipton. They like Money on the right side. A screen by Quigley. This one's going to go to Swan at the end of the play. A back screen. The intended target for Swan, but it didn't get there. But he will have enough space to shoot there. Off to the right side. Tracy tips it out of bounds, fighting for the offensive rebound. Even more extended pressure from Tipton, this time going all the way up the full court. They know they've got an advantage. They need to be careful about the 5 seconds. They do get it into Sims. That one, loose ball, but it's well recovered by Northwestern. Now they swing it down low. They get it to Quentin Yakel for two. 30 seconds left for Tipton if they choose to take the last shot. And they're in the formation to do so. Very spread out. Nobody in the paint. Everybody outside the perimeter for Tipton. Swan with it in the middle. He's got 15 seconds left. Hands it off to Carpenter. He's got options all across the perimeter. Here comes Tracy to set the screen on the right side. Carpenter decides not to use it. He's got 3 seconds for a step back three. Tracy gets the rebound. It might have been fouled, but Northwestern got away with that just before the buzzer. So Tipton goes into the second quarter with a 25-11 advantage. Scoring update, Carpenter with 11 points in that first quarter. Swan and Tracy each contributing 5, and Jackson Money nearby with 4. Landon Spidell not scoring, but he's got 4 rebounds, all on the offensive end. On the other end for Northwestern, the leading scorer, Preston Sims, has 5, and then 3 Tigers right behind him, Greer, Cook, and Wise, each adding 2. Tipton leads 25-11, and each of the starters making an impact one way or another. Carpenter scoring, Swan, Tracy, and Jackson Money on the defensive end, and Landon Spidell getting those rebounds that he's so accustomed to getting in his minutes. Spent the majority of the time this season as the sixth man, this time getting the starting role. And in the first time he had to replace Jackson Money, and he did an excellent job. That would have been against Maconaquah about a week ago now. And tonight he replaces Quigley, pulling down plenty of rebounds. Four low for the Tigers as they're going to look for a backdoor screen. Now here comes one across the top. It's Yakel, extended beyond the elbow. Greer with it on the right side, looking for some options. That one thrown away, and Swan's the first one to it. And a clever finish. Gets around the defender. But here comes the Tigers on the other end. And an easy 2 put up by Blake Wise as Tipton did not recover on the defensive end. Here comes Jackson Money in transition. A kick out to Carpenter, who wants to slow things down for the Blue Devils. Weighing his options, he's got Swan to his left. He looks for him. The screen frees up a bit of space for Swan, who spins to his left hand and tries to finish that way. No good, but he's able to nearly get his own offensive rebound. Couldn't quite come away with that as the Tigers did a great job to box out. On the other end, Shank stopped in the middle of the lane. That one thrown. Wise has to collect. Trying to go to work on Tracy, who it did not pick up the foul. It was Swan who rather did. Reaching in to try and get the steal and get out in transition. That'll be the first foul on Swan and the first team foul against Tipton here in the second quarter. Greer with a quick 3 off the inbound is no good, and the rebound pulled down by Carpenter. He's got some options to his left. He's going to dribble that way, but he will be stopped. Gets to his right hand in the middle. The floater no good. Gets his own offensive rebound that bounced right to him. And that's the good thing about Carpenter when he's in attack mode. He's able to get those offensive rebounds as he's about the tallest one in the paint at all times. And he'll know better than anyone where that rebound is going to come out to. And usually it's right back to him. One of the many benefits of having Carpenter with scoring on his mind. A recent switch that it seems he's made. With that being said, he still averages 9 assists per game. And 2 free throws made by Carpenter. The extended pressure coming out to 3/4 court this time. This time Hare, who the new check-in, is playing the center of that zone. Now he defends Yakel up top, switches, Swan now guarding. Box set for the Tigers. They're going to want to go to the right side. A backdoor cut gets by Hare. And an easy left-handed layup for the Tigers. Here comes Money to collect the ball on the right side. gets to the baseline, but good help defense by the Tigers stops him. Swan fakes the three, tries to get all the way inside and finishes for the and one. Nolan Swan does it all by himself, and a chance for three. The three-point play converted by the leading scorer for Tipton. Swan comes in averaging nearly 22 points per game, followed by Carpenter with 17. And Carpenter's got 13 here in the first half. 11 in that first quarter. That's something to talk about when we come back from the halftime break. We'll break down the scoring and we'll go over what worked for Tipton so well in this quarter. Still 5:30 left to play. As Swan had that one tipped away, but he's able to recover. Needs help from Tracy up at the top, who gives it up to Carpenter to reset the offense. In the half court, Carpenter with scoring on his mind. That one off the front iron. And the rebound tracked down by the Tigers, who had three players in the paint ready to get that one. Shank on the baseline, and Carpenter comes back just in time to steal that one. Northwestern with plenty of turnovers in tonight's contest already, and Tipton doing a good job to force them as Swan tries to get inside. Didn't really have much of a shooting angle, but he is sent to the free throw line. And that foul will be on number 34, Blake Wise, the 6'4 junior. Third team foul on the Northwestern Tigers in the quarter. Just one team foul for Tipton in the quarter. That one came from Nolan Swan earlier on as he converts with the free throw. Tipton leads 33-15. Both free throws connect for Nolan Swan. On the other end, that one tipped out of bounds. Carpenter looking for the steal, but the pass with just too much heat behind it couldn't quite collect. And that'll see Layden Spidell come back in for Ryan Tracy. They get it in, but it's only as far as Jackson Money, who is playing the far side of the ball. Finger roll on the other end. It's the second time in recent memory that Tipton's got a steal just like that. Just a few games ago, Nolan Swan was playing that far side where he baited the inbounder into throwing it to that far side. And so perhaps that's something Tipton's just a bit savvy to. A team that forces a lot of turnovers, they come up with 9.4 steals per game. And it's plays like that, the creative defense from Tipton, count for at least a portion of those turnovers. Carpenter needs some help. He's got a screen. It was a fake screen, rather, by Spidell. Now Carpenter, isolation on the right side. Has Money in the far corner, who tries a three. That one a little bit too strong and pulled down by the Tigers. Fast break intended for Sims. Swan got a hand on it, though. A 3-on-3, and Carpenter, 4-3, buries it. Excellently done by Tipton in the transition. Spreading the floor brilliantly, and on the other end, that'll be Jackson Money who's called for the foul. Or Layden Spidell, rather. It looked like it was going to be on Money, who had a couple of hands on that. But Spidell picks up his first instead. At the line is Quentin Yackel, who buries the first. And a fresh look at the freshman, Peyton Aller, who had a good first half to the junior varsity game. And we'll see what he's able to contribute in the varsity. Has yet to score this season, if my stats are correct, as both free throws made by Yackel. as that'll bring in number 21, Cameron Markley, the 5'9 junior, as he is tasked with guarding Peyton Aller on that far side. You expect to see from Aller some good experienced ball handling for a player as young as he is. Not very turnover prone, and Carpenter on the other end. Not the dunk, but it's 2 points nonetheless. Carpenter 1 versus 5 against the Tigers as of the last 30 seconds. As Aller got a tip on that. Aller an excellent defender as well, as he's tasked with guarding the much larger Hayden Cook, who puts in a 2. Swan on the near side. Has Brock Schenk defending. Now they switch on to Cook. Extended well beyond the perimeter are Swan and Carpenter, looking to get their one-on-one games going, but they're going to link up for a 3 there. The Northwestern defense needs to come out a little bit more on Carpenter and Swan. They've given them way too much space, and for two shooters that are as good as they are, that's a mistake from the Tigers defense. Too much space given to Sims, but he comes away empty on that one. The offensive rebound kept with the Tigers. A corner 3, and he's fouled. Doesn't connect, but Brock Schenk sent to the line shooting 3. That'll be the second on Spidell. The first of 3 made for Brock Schenk. As he connects with another one, we're going to see Jackson Money enter right back into the game. All are coming out after just about a minute. Gavin Hare taking a seat as well. Northwestern, a 68% team from the line as of their last 5 games, as they convert on all 3 on that time. Two across the elbows as they want Jackson Money. Dump down pass. Spidell looking for the assist, and he gets the assist off of the Carpenter make. Tipton with an offensive powerhouse showing in the first quarter. They've got 50, and there's still 1 minute 45 seconds remaining. Some good ball movement by the Tigers. Gives an open lane, but a missed shot by Gingrich on the other side. Carpenter looking for a cross-court pass to Swan, who caught it and just off the mark. Tracy gets the rebound, though, kicks it out. Swan going to try again for 3. No good, and Landon Spidell pulls down his 5th offensive rebound. He goes back up, misses, looking for the 6th, didn't get it, but a steal from Swan. So much going on, and Swan comes up empty at the very end. Tipton doing a great job getting second chance opportunities, and that's spearheaded by Landon Spidell, who's got 5 offensive rebounds, letting the Tipton offense thrive as they thrive in the chaos of the Northwestern recovering defense. Now Sims with 50 seconds. Doesn't look like he wants to save for that last shot. He just wants to get going. But Tracy does a good enough job to defend. Money on the other end, a fake shot. Makes for an easier 2. Tipton just making really good decisions all around. A very complete game in the first half. Offensively and defensively, obviously, when you score 52 points and possibly more in a first half, you can't complain about too much, but giving up 22 points isn't so bad either. Northwestern, not a very high-scoring team, averaging 54 in their last 5 games. It's spread out for the Blue Devils as Swan has 20 seconds to think about what he wants to do. Usually it's Carpenter for the facilitating role in the last 10 seconds. He does have that exact same situation right now. 7 seconds left. Now he's going to try to get downhill. A pull-up three instead for Carpenter at the buzzer is no good. 2 seconds left for Northwestern. It's actually going to stay with Tipton. I'll go ahead and add 1 second left. It's 0.8 actually here on our actual scoreboard at Tipton. I imagine they might try to throw it into money off of that spin, but it's not going to happen. Money's just going to hold it and be blocked by Sims at the very end. Not a really good shot opportunity anyway, so he's going to be okay with that. As Tipton's going to be okay with a 30-point lead heading into halftime. We'll be right back with the second half action. Tipton with a commanding lead as we head into the second half. Tipton leads 52-22. The scoring totals for Tipton: Carpenter with 24 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Swan has 15 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Tracy with 5 points, 4 rebounds, 0 assists, and 1 steal. Spidell has yet to score, but he's got 6 rebounds, 5 of those are offensive, 1 assist, and 0 steals. Money with 8 points, 0 rebounds, 1 assist, and 3 steals. Just looking at the stats, and solid all around, but you have to go back and look at Carpenter and Swan as they combine for more points now. But in halftime, they combined for 39 out of the Tipton 52. We'll see what Northwestern can try and answer back with on the offensive end. An offensive rebound will help with that effort. Starters back out there for Tipton. Spidell with his second start of the year, as they have Money, who mishandled the pass, but he was able to get it out. Swan with a pull-up jumper, as he's got 4 points quickly in the second half. Sims with it across half court. Needs to be careful of the Tipton trap. He's able to get it to Greer, who's stripped by Money. Gives it up to Swan on the right side. He has Carpenter to his right, looking for that 27th point, and that's exactly what he's going to get. 24 points and a half out of Carpenter is not something that I have seen in high school basketball before, at least here at the Inferno. As Greer spins back to his right hand, and he's able to get one to go. Tipton slowing it down. They've got 59 on that hunt for 100. It'll be made more difficult with the running clock rule that Tipton are about to get with a 3 there from Swan. They now lead by 36. We weren't sure what kind of Northwestern team we were going to get. Tipton was favored in this one, predicted to win 69-46, but it's looking like it's going to be a lot bigger of a spread than that. As Carpenter has Swan to his right, he wants an assist for Money, who gets another 3. Has Tipton missed a 3 yet this game? It doesn't feel like it. We know that they're consistently a good shooting team, shooting 41% from beyond the arc. As Spidell picks up his 3rd foul, really the only complaint you could possibly have for Tipton is that Spidell is in foul trouble. But if that's your only complaint as a Tipton Blue Devil basketball fan, then you're in a pretty good position. Spidell may be frustrated with himself, as that'll surely limit his minutes as we progress further into the game. 5:32 left back on the clock. Running clock enacted. And the second made free throw just off the mark, and a foul on Spidell again, his 4th. And that'll surely bring in a substitution. Gavin Hare gets up off the bench. Not sure really so much about that call, both whether or not that was a foul and whether or not it was on Landon Spidell. Regardless, we will see Gavin Hare into the game. 4 across the bottom, an immediate shot from Greer, a bit short, and it's kept with the Tigers. Greer going to reload from the same spot, and he's able to hit from that time. Swan looking for the handoff, nearly got the turnover. He's going to get it right back, though. A Euro step to the left side, finishing with the right hand. And a made basket on the other end by number 13, Hayden Cook. He's got 8 and half of them this quarter. Swan creates the separation that he's looking for. Trying to get to his left hand. A screen set by Hare, who's just somehow in the area, but it works out for Swan nonetheless. Northwestern trying to set up the offense. Greer hit a 3 on the last trip down. And Yackel going to answer with one of his own. Tracy extended beyond the arc. Looking for money to his left. He's in the corner. Has Swan, who gets inside. I'm not sure if they're going to count that basket. It looks like they won't. And so inbounding from beneath our own basket is Tipton. A box set for them as they're going to look for money immediately. He's in the corner, wanting Tracy, who wants to reset the offense for Carpenter. As Tracy looks for the backdoor cut, Carpenter saw him, but Hayden Cook also saw that one as well. Yackel trying to get inside. That's a good move out of him. Breaking down Carpenter in the isolation at the very top of the key. Tracy has money. He catches it outside the three-point arc. Swan is also outside the three-point arc where he likes to be, and a foul on the floor. It'll stay with Tipton. That foul on number 13, Hayden Cook. The second team foul against the Tigers. Box set for Tipton. They like money on the other side. A loose ball collected by the Tigers. Yackel wants to go by himself, and he will. Lay it in on the other end. Jackson Money catches up top. Swan has plenty of attention on him, which freed up some space for Carpenter. He got his own offensive rebound and might be rewarded with the foul. Everything going Carpenter's way on that one. Getting his offensive rebound. Laying it back in for 2 and a chance at 3. Running clock enacted. As Carpenter comes up well short on that one. Back in for the Tigers off camera is number 23, Preston Sims. As Yackel will bring it up for the visiting Tigers. Man-to-man defense for Tipton and 4 spread out across the elbows and the wings for the Tigers, running a very similar set to what Tipton did. Looking for the backdoor lob. This time it is covered by Carpenter and the Blue Devils. A screen to his left, but Yackel wants the right. Carpenter, or Swan rather, looking for the steal and was able to force it out of bounds off of Yackel, it looked like. Couldn't quite see. There was a couple of fans and the Northwestern bench in the way. But great hustle out of Nolan Swan, forcing yet another Tigers turnover. Swan to money on his left. Carpenter in the corner looking for Tracy. Swan with a deep 3, but it's not going to count if it goes in. An offensive foul, illegal screen from Gavin Hare. Away from the ball as well, so that's kind of annoying for Tipton to give that one away. But with a commanding lead, it shouldn't be too big of an issue for the Blue Devils. The Tigers are spread out on this offensive trip. Shank way out. I'm not sure if they're looking to save for the last shot or just looking to set up an efficient offensive play. It's kind of looking like they will save for that last shot. Want to go into the fourth and final quarter with a bit of momentum as Swan pokes that away. And it might just waste the rest of the clock as the running clock favors Tipton in this case. 2 seconds left. A heave is going to make its way in. An impressive shot. That was number 32, it looked like Brock Shank, I believe, is who hit that one. So the Tigers go into halftime with a bit of momentum and a great shot. But Tipton, with a 30-point lead, has everything they would want to have. We'll give you the score rundowns in just a moment once we tally up our scores here from the live stream. In their last matchup nearly a year ago today, on January 13th, Tipton came away with a 54-46 win against the Northwestern Tigers. They're favored to win in this matchup as well. Coaching experience in favor of Tipton. Jim Gish in his 20th year at Northwestern, boasting a 266 and 155 record. Coach Cliff Hawkins in his 5th year at Tipton, his 43rd year overall. A very experienced coach is Cliff Hawkins. He's 76 and 33 in his 5 years tenure at Tipton. And he's got the right parts to work with, and he's made the most of them in this season as he looks to make it a 14-0 start to the season. But Kokomo looms ahead. That's the one the Tiptons had marked on their calendars all year, is the Kokomo Wildcats. Almost said the Bobcats, their semi-professional team. But the Wildcats of Kokomo, led by Flory Badunga, are up next for Tipton. That'll be in about a week's time from now. They play on Saturday the 20th. That'll be at Memorial Gym. As Tipton looks to complete the victory with the final 7.5 minutes. A handoff to Money. And we'll go ahead and break down the scoring totals after the third quarter. Carpenter slowing down just a little bit, but he's still at 29. Swan trailing with 26, trying to catch up to his teammate. Jackson Money adding 11. And Ryan Tracy adding 5. As Spidell could get on the score sheet, but he won't be able to that time, but he will be sent to the line shooting 2. Or maybe rather not. I thought it was a foul, but it'll go the other way instead. I missed what the call was in the end. But a turnover from Tipton will have Preston Sims trying a 3 on the other side. The long rebound tracked down by Swan, who gives it up to Money. Euro step past the last defender, but it just off to the right side. Swan with a deep 3. He had more space than he needed. And they fight for the rebound. It will end up in the hands of the Tigers. Carpenter trying to get the steal as the Tigers were trying to set up. But Preston Sims on the other end adds in a layup. Swan gets it off the inbound from Tracy. Over to Money. Here comes Carpenter to collect and set up the offense. Jackson Money catches in the middle. A kick out to Carpenter. Looks like he might have scoring on his mind, or maybe an assist to Jackson Money on the other end, finishing with the reverse in the right hand past Sims. A patient finish from the experienced senior as he defends Brock Shank, who pulls up for a 2 and buries it right in front of Jackson Money. Tipton playing this one rather slowly. That's Swan rather for a deep 3. That one tipped, and Carpenter's in the perfect position to keep the possession alive. A spin back to his left hand is defended but fouled by Yackel. That's his first foul, and that'll bring in number 5, Kellen Greer. We're down to our final 5 minutes. Tipton looking for their box set. They called out the elevator screen, and that's exactly what Tipton goes for, but they're not ready for the backdoor cut. If they had film on the last game, they would have seen a play exactly like that. where the opposition had that play. I think it was Wabash where Tipton ran that play against. They had that play scouted as well, but they're not ready for the backdoor from Ryan Tracy. Just the second of many options that play allows for. Your first one's the elevator screen to Swan. Your second is the backdoor to Tracy. But they've got backup options in case of those that I won't discuss into too much detail. Swan for a corner three to tie his teammate for the leading scorer. Swan and Carpenter with 29 apiece. Carpenter's third assist of the fourth quarter. And the fourth quarter is still young. Carpenter perhaps looking for a double-double, maybe a triple-double. Sims for another three. That one just barely off, but it stays with the Tigers and put in by Blake Wise. Tracy looking for somebody to throw it into. He has Carpenter's. Money is waiting on the left side, but it's going to be Carpenter who will eventually get it there. Carpenter looking to go one-on-one. He gets inside to his left hand, and he'll be stopped on the floor. Inbounding is Carpenter. Tracy in the corner. Didn't like his three. Is going to give it up to Swan to try instead. A fake. Back over to Carpenter. That's too much space for him. And Northwestern yet to learn the lesson. You can't leave Carpenter or Swan open, especially in this game where they're on fire. Greer looking to respond. Tracy tips the rebound to himself. A fast break. 4-on-2 for Tipton. A handoff. Carpenter gets inside. A kick out to Swan. That one connecting with nothing, and Peyton Uller, I missed him check in, actually. Slipped and fell, but he is okay. Feel free to comment down below in the live chat who you'd like to see interviewed at the end of this ball game. There's several different options to choose from. Swan and Carpenter with 30-point games, it looks like. Swan just behind with 29, actually, so he'll not be there quite yet. But feel free to drop in chat down below if you have any special requests that you want to see interviewed by me later today. So we'll try to catch back up with the clock. We're a bit behind. And so we'll see if we can get there. We'll catch back up at 1:35. And a bucket put on the other end. Tipton leads 81-52. Several bench pieces. In fact, all bench pieces out from Tipton. Hare, the only one left in the usual rotation. And a three from Peyton Uller. He's going to be excited to see one go. As from what we have, I believe that's his first points of the season. Correct me if I'm wrong down below. And a spin move inside as Northwestern adds two more. A timeout just to get the subs in. Cliff Hawkins calls one for Jace Clark to check in for Gavin Hare. 49 seconds left to go. Tipton leads by 30 as they look to move on to 14-0. Peyton Uller with it at the top. A kick out. Jace Clark looks to get inside. A spin move to a right hook is no good. As that should just about conclude it. We're down left to 10 seconds now. Northwestern could make it in the 20s if they decide to shoot. Oliver Conaway out there guarding. But it's not going to matter. Tipton with a commanding victory. They dominated the entire way through. They did trail at the very beginning of the game, but once they got the lead back, they didn't let go. And that's exactly why they come away with a 30-point victory. We'll be right back. We're going to try to get both Grady Carpenter and Nolan Swan out there when we return. Welcome back, Blue Devil fans. Tonight we've got a dual interview for the first time in Tipton Athletics Live history. First, we're going to get the thoughts of Grady Carpenter. Grady, what was on the scouting report for Northwestern, and what was their most dangerous quality?
Yeah, they're a really good rebounding team, so we knew we had to come out, establish the glass, and I think we did a good job early, especially Landon, getting us second chance opportunities, and we converted on them.
And it looks like, to me at least, you're playing more aggressively these last few games. Is that a change you initially implemented into your game, or has that come naturally?
It's just come naturally. You know, I think the more I get into the lane, they have to make a choice. They're either going to take me away, and if they take me away, I'm going to find the open teammate. If not, I'm going to score.
And you've got Kokomo coming up soon. I'll get both your thoughts and Nolan's thoughts, so we'll start with you.
Man, we're excited. I mean, that's the game we've been looking forward to. We're going to prep this week, and, you know, we're going to go in there confident, you know, ready to win.
All right, thank you, Grady.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
We're going to move on. Up next, we've got Nolan Swan on the microphone. He had 29 points, 2 rebounds, and 7 assists. Nolan, I want to talk a little bit more about the distribution tonight. What was working on the offensive end for you guys, and what gaps were you looking to attack?
You know, from the start, they came out trying to be pretty physical and getting up on us guards. But the problem with that is our guards are so good. Like, if people get up on us, we can just get by them and get in the lane and then find open teammates.
And you and Grady combined tonight for 61 points. What's it like having a duo as good as this?
It's awesome. I mean, he's so good. He's such a good passer, but he proved tonight to everybody how good of a scorer he can be at the same time. It's so fun playing with him.
And I asked Grady his thoughts. I'm going to get yours as well on the Kokomo game looming up. Is this something you had marked on your calendar, and what do you look forward to most about it?
You know, obviously I'm looking most forward to getting to play 5-star Ford Wodonga, but, you know, we're going to be ready for them. We got to do a lot of preparation, but they got to prepare for us too. We're a big monster just like them.
And if you've got any shout-outs, now's the time.
Shout out my family.
All right, thank you, Nolan.
Thank you.
Nolan Swan and Grady Carpenter combining for 61 of Tipton's 84. An outstanding performance by the duo us fans have come to know and love. We're going to head down to the scouting report, or the scoring report, rather. For Grady Carpenter, he led the way with 32, and close behind, Nolan Swan didn't quite break 30, but he was right there at 29. 13 for Jackson Money, 7 for Ryan Tracy, and 3 for Peyton Aller. I would also like to shout out Landon Spidell, who had an impactful starting position tonight with the absence of Sam Quigley. He had 7 rebounds and 1 assist. Didn't get in the scoring sheet, but he really didn't need to. On the other end for Northwestern, leading the way was Brock Schenk with 12. 10 for Preston Sims and Hayden Cook. 7 for Kellen Greer, and 6 for Blake Wise. We still don't know if we're going to be at this next Kokomo game on the away game at Saturday, but I'll try to let you guys know via Twitter or some other social media platform. And so we'll be looking forward to see if we are able to do that. But here at Tipton in the Inferno, great game from Tipton as they came away with the 84-54 victory. They got it to the running clock territory, so that just shows how dominant of a game Tipton had today. Led by the duo of Grady Carpenter and Nolan Swan, combining for the 61 of the 84. It was an excellent game and well played by Tipton. I'm Grayson Weddle, signing off from the Inferno.